So hello guys, today we'll see the JavaScript array methods in which we have map, filter and reduce. I added for each here, and we'll see the difference and the use cases with proper analogy so that even a kid can understand and why this is used. And I want to say that this all functions can be replicated using forEach or a for loop or any loop, but this makes the JavaScript syntax little bit short and easily readable, and this is the reason why this map, filter and reduce functions are used, and that reduces the size and the code really looks good. So for now, let's start with our for each function. Let's copy this is our array method, and we can use twice. It have one parameter, that is callback, you can see here, and callback functions have the first parameter value, index and array. So firstly, let's go with the toy and value, index I and the array. Second these two parameters are not required yet, but let's see the console log of these things. Console log toy, and if we will run this, the for each loop will iterate in every item of the array, and it will console log the items. And if I will add the I and the array also, the I will be the index, that is 0, 1, 2, and array will be the full array. That is not required in many cases, and this is the thing, as I have said you. And this is the for each loop, use of for each loop and map. The analogy of for each was playing with each toy in a box, and the analogy of map is changing each toy into something new. Means let's see, let's comment it out, command and slash, and we have to use map function. The map function has an advantage of storing it into a variable, just like we don't have in the for each loop. We can't store it here like let I is equal to this, that, but we have let new toys is equal to toys.map callback function, and this function accepts the item and the index. And let me do a console log item comma index, and let's run this. You can see it's working approximately, and if we add array here, we'll get the array also, but as I said, we can modify it. So for that, new toys will be a new array of toys which have the toy plus something new. And we will add the index here. Let's name it to toy, and now let's run it. We have to log it also, that will be new toys, and let's clear the console and run it. So car, we have this car, this is good, but comes at this place, this, that, and this created a new array with the modified values, and this is the uses of map. Now we have to see the uses of filter, and filter is just like choosing only certain toys to play with. So we have to filter out, as the name suggests, we have to filter from the array and create a new array, as shown in the code. Let's just copy paste, and we have toys here, and let's remove the let from here. And now we have red car, blue doll and red ball, and includes method says that if let me show you here. If we have a variable let I is equal to new place 2, okay, let me show you the uses of includes. I dot includes, we have to pass a parameter here, that is 2. We have I, so it will return true, but if we add 4 here, it will return false. So this is the uses of includes. So let's filter. If this thing will return true, then the item will be added to the new array. If this thing returns false, then just like blue doll will return false in this case, because the blue doll toy will iterate through each item, but it doesn't include red in the string, so it will return false in this function, and the filter will not add it to red toys. And let's run it, and we can see the red car and red ball here. So this is the uses of this. If I will change it here to blue and then run it, let's use red. It's not working because we have added curly braces, of course, and we have to return now. And this is for red, this is for blue, and it's working. So this was the uses of filter. And the main thing and the most useless thing on the JavaScript functions is reduce. Just for the beginners, if you are a beginner, you will find it very useless, but there are so many use cases of reduce, and that makes our code very readable. Let's remove this and clear the console, and let's run this. For each loop you have to let's do the same thing using for each. For using for each, we have to use the toys. Let's comment this out and now run this. Then so all the things are printed in different lines, but what if we want in the single line as we have printed here? So for that we have to use a variable let mega toy. Okay, mega toy is equal to string, and mega toy plus is equal to toy. Now let's print this. Now it's working. Okay, now it's working the same. But for writing this, we cannot use a const here, because we can't modify the it will throw an error, because mega toys have to be modified if you are using a for each loop or a for loop. But in the case of reduce, we can directly assign it to a const variable. And let's comment it out. Reduce function takes two parameters. First is accumulator and the second is the item. It also takes two more parameters, that is called index and array, but in maximum cases we don't use that. Combine all the toys into a mega toy. So for that we will return the combined toys. Initial value is an empty string. The second parameter is the initial value, and empty string plus the current iteration, that is car, the first iteration, then empty string plus car, and this the whatever the it will return in the next iteration. The combined twice value will be the return value of the previous iteration, and now the value will be car, and plus the new iteration toy value, that will be doll. And after completing all the iterations, the result will be mega toys, and it will be returned here. Let me show an example of number array, and let nums is equal to 1, 4, 5, 2, and if we will use, let me disable it. Okay, and if we will use const sum is equal to nums dot reduce, as I said, let's use this and return something. And the first parameter is accumulator, so ACC, let's write ACC, that will accumulate all the values as we have returned from here. And the second parameter is item, of course, the number we will get from here, and it will return the value from accumulator ACC plus item. And then console log if you will run this, we will get 12. 4 plus 1 5, it's 12. Okay, 5 5 10 to 12. So this is the thing, but what's the difference between if I will add a comma 0 here? Let's see, it's still 12, but if I will add 2, the output should be 14, because the second parameter is for the initial value of the accumulator. If we pass 0 here, the accumulator initial value will be 0, then 0 plus the current item will be 1, and then in the second iteration accumulator value will be the return value from this function, that will be 1 plus the new value, that is 4, and this will be runs on. But if we will remove this parameter, the default value of accumulator will be the first index of the array of this array, and the first iteration will be skipped. It will start from the second iteration, that is 4. So 1 plus the second item on the first index, that is 4, so this will be 5. So both will work fine, but it always recommended to use the initial value, because if you have an empty array, this will work, but if you will remove this, it will say that the value, the first value is not found because the 0th index is empty. So this was the uses of all the three methods, map, filter and reduce, along with forEach. And you can also use the for, let me show you, let I is equal to 0, I is less than twice dot length and I plus plus, and just log the twice index, and this will works the same. So this was a tutorial about all the loops and the new methods in JavaScript ES6 version. So you can get the codes in the article, and this article link will be provided in description. So thanks for watching the video, and I think I tried well to make you understand all the things. So if you liked it, stay updated with us. Thanks for watching. The codes are already here, and the main thing is the article. You will get the link in description or see the link here.